My Dad Part 2. This one will be short. As I was saying, it didn't really hit me. But when we cremated him, it hit me. Just ask my mom, it hit me. Because I had to get literally dragged out there. My mom had knee surgery, so she had no need to carry a 121-pound fella out of the freaking damn funeral home. So believe me, it hit me. So I know that he's dead. I've accepted it, but it still hurts like a motherfucker. And you know, moving backwards to when we were in there, and I mean, the guy started making me mad, because he wanted me to sit down before he told me. And I was like, look, I just need to know, man. Can I see him? Can I go talk to him? Can I hug him? If he's alive, let me see him. If he's dead, I still want to see him. I got to make sure that it's really him, you know. And it was definitely him, but he wasn't in a good condition to be seen. Which honestly, the fella could have fucking told me that. He could have said, son, you really don't want to see your dad in this condition. You know, that would have been a little bit more acceptable than just not saying anything. You know, and it's it's still hard. It's still hard every day. It's hard. That's us. Now, and it literally it it wasn't a cool thing. This is my younger brother, one of the two, with my dad and that damn hat that they fought over all the time. It really struck me. Nah, I won't show that moment. 'Cause that moment was awful. Damn it, I'm going the wrong way. It really struck me when I first saw that. I mean, it really struck me. But the pictures I'm not going to show you is what he looked like before the funeral home touched him up. They had to touch him up because it was pretty bad. You know, I loved my father. I still love my father. And this was what he was driving, my car. You know, he sold his van so I could fix the car that I currently drive. And you know, no parent should ever have to make that sacrifice, but he did. He did what he could do to help me. Because unlike the other two kids, the other three kids, I happen to be the one who just has the worst luck at just keeping a job. Not that I won't work; it's just that I don't really get along with people very well, which is why the army worked out fine for me. You know, I got along with my infantry brothers, but just regular people just kind of tend to be dicks. I'm sorry, I can't put it any nicer. It's the truth. Regular people tend to just be dicks. You know, so the principle of the thing is that you know that's my staples. I don't know how to make these damn things work. There we go. So that's my left ass. It's not the ass cheeks, but the line all the way down my leg or whatever. Wasn't fun looking at it. Wasn't fun going through it either. But yeah, that's an ass cheek. Go ahead, laugh it off. I'm fixed now. I just can't do what I used to be able to do at all. Yeah. Yeah, probably don't want to do that picture because that's got a handful of meat there. Fuck it. You only live once. All right. So yeah, that's me doing the major league crotch grab. The thing was, Want a really good laugh? People already think I'm funny looking now. That's me while I was no, I wasn't trying to be Bo Brady. I couldn't shave or anything. I was just like totally doped up on whatever they had me on. Another reason why I don't do drugs. To see what I look like. That was just awful. So my dad and I, no, he was pretty close. No, he kept me working on the graphic novel. You know, just kept me working, kept me working. And it was like, Jimmy, you gonna finish this, and we're gonna get rich. So this is my dad, and my cousin Nakia. One of my cousins. I'm not sure if it's Nakia or her little sister. They all look exactly the same. They're my Uncle Robert Henry's kids. Sorry, girls. It's been a while since I seen y'all. Y'all know y'all look alike. I'm pretty sure it's Nakia. So, we hadn't too long lost my Uncle Bruce before this. So, like I said, I haven't been having the best of life, not good experiences anyway. But sitting there, every now and again, my dad would catch me drawing. So here's one of my drawings. I'm sure it's not going to show up properly on here. But if I ever wrote another graphic novel, it would be Konoichi. Not that I could trademark that, but it would be that. Now my dad, man, he never gave up on me. He never let me give up. And it's hard not to give up, because I don't have him to turn to anymore. You know, I can look to the clouds in the sky. I'm pretty sure they're not going to answer, and if they are, it's probably going to be I am Groot. But my dad, he watched me play Commander Shepard all the time with Mass Effect. Never judged me, and he liked my logic. And without question, my dad was one of those fun people, and he loved children. He loved my stepsister's daughter so much that he even let her make him up. Yeah, great man. I hope that one day I can be half the man he is. You know, but I can't I can't stress enough. Come on, turn, damn it. I can't stress enough the importance of family to him or to myself. But he cried when he found out I needed a new hip. And it fucked me up because I never seen my dad cry. I seen my mom cry before. Hell, I've made my mom cry. And it's just something different when it's your mom and when it's your dad. And my mom and I have had issues, lots of fucking issues. Still love her, but we'll never see eye to eye. And it's high time we got past that bullshit. So since this is about my dad, I'm gonna finish it off with letting you know that I wanted to star in a commercial with my dad, and now that's not gonna happen. So it would have been a great commercial. I still have it written down, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to film again due to the fact that I can't do kung fu anymore. I still can do certain things, I just can't do any kung fu. So my acting career is probably not over. It's just not going to be the career I wanted, which means I have to really brush up on acting skills, which I never ever claimed to have. So I mean, I'm good at improv, but my dad and I wanted to do a commercial where it starts off with me and it ends with him. And it's an old saying that people in his time used to always say. So since I don't want to ruin it in case somebody steals my idea, I'm not going to say it. But let's just say it would have been an awesome ass commercial. And I always wanted to work with my father. Always wanted to try to get him on camera and be like, yeah, Dad, I can do this, do that. And I have him on some of my videos somewhere. And my dad is just one of those guys who wears his heart on his chest, well, on his sleeve. And he's also one of those guys who, like me, sometimes forget where he is and says the first thing that comes to his mind. And I will never fault him for that because that's probably where I get it from. Because sometimes, without consciously aware of it, I swear a lot. But sometimes a good cuss word lightens the fucking mood, man. So I'll take you back to one of my best memories of my dad, and then I'm gonna end this video. It was back when I was in high school. I want to say the ninth grade. I don't really know what grade I was in. It got to be the ninth grade. Whenever the first Ninja Turtles movie came out. So we're all in the movie theater, right? And they just got to the scene where the turtles had just came back from the farm or whatever. And Master Splinter's hanging there. And Shredder comes in there and says, "Tell me something," or whatever the fuck the line is. And he goes, "Then hang there until you die." So about that time, the theater's like extremely quiet because it was like the best line in the film, like for the antagonist or whatever you want to call him, the fucking bad guy. And my dad, the theater was like completely silent. Splinter's just dangling, My dad comes out of his mouth, "Somebody better get that rat some cheese." Everybody in the theater started rolling. And I'm thinking about myself, I said, "Dad, rats don't eat cheese." And I didn't tell him that, but I'm pretty sure he probably knew. Because, you don't catch a mouse or a rat with cheese. That shit don't work. That's some Tom and Jerry bullshit. You use peanut butter. On mouse traps, you use peanut butter. Which brings you back up to speed. So, about 8 months or so before my dad and I found out about my hip and we had to have surgery, there's a big, snowstorm that was in Richmond or whatever. Because I almost died trying to get back to Charlottesville. Well, a couple of weeks before that, he found out that he had a rat in the house. And he went out and got all those little the mice traps and the ones with the sticky paper. I said, "Dad, you can't use the sticky paper." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because if you're gonna kill it, just kill it. But if you're gonna use the sticky paper, it's like torture." I believe in trying to save most animals, and that's probably the Native American spirit that burns within. But anyway, so he's like, "I'm gonna kill this rat. If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna kill this rat." I said, "Dad, you can't kill the rat." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because it's Master Splinter." He said, "Well, then Master Splinter better take his ass back to the sewer." So clearly, my dad has watched cartoons with me. Yeah, we've had great times. Great times. Of course, he's jumped on my ass a couple times when I used to play G.I. Joe with Lloyd all the time. Because we used to make those little laser fire noises, and his nerves was bad. So he would always be, "Jimmy, cut that shit out." And you'd be like, you'd think that he couldn't hear it, but he'd be all the way down the house, and he could hear it from the other side of the house. "Damn it, I told you to cut that out." Well, anyway, so before my surgery, he finally got Master Splinter. And it got its neck broke in the rat trap because he used peanut butter, not cheese. Because he tried cheese first. Then I kept telling him, "The cheese will never work. You got to use peanut butter." He said, "I know. I just wanted to try the cheese to see if the shit would work." So when he found that the cheese wouldn't work, he finally got the peanut butter. So when he got the peanut butter on it, it took him about maybe 4 months. But he finally got that damn rat. And he called me with the most joyous sound in his voice. Now, when he called me, it's about like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think I just got finished watching Jeopardy, or I was just starting to watch Jeopardy. But one way or another, he called me in the middle of the game, or as it was going on. I don't really remember. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant now. So when he called me, he said, "Jimmy, guess what?" I was like, "What, Dad? What?" And if I keep saying Jimmy, it's because that's what he called me. Because I guess calling your son James when your name is James just sounds really fucked up. Well, anyway, so he calls me. He says, "Jimmy, you're not gonna believe this." I said, "You won the lottery?" He's like, "Hell no. I ain't that blessed. But I'll tell you what I did do. I got Master Splinter." I said, "Is he alive or is he dead?" He said, "That motherfucker's dead as shit. I killed that son bitch, and now I'm gonna go on and get rid of it." So I don't know what he said he did with the rat, but I know he caught the rat with peanut butter. So when I came back down that weekend, he was like, "Yeah, Jimmy, you were right. Peanut butter works better." Because a couple of times the rat kept escaping. It was a smart rat. That's why it was Master Splinter, because it was a real smart rat. The rat would come from like the far side and trigger the trap and then lick the peanut butter. Now sometimes it wouldn't even trigger the trap, it would just lick the shit out of the peanut butter. And Dad would call me every week. He said, "This damn mouse, man, this son bitch is smart as hell." because it done found a way to get the peanut butter off the trap without triggering the trap. But then one day, its luck ran out. And so after that, he had called me and reminded me and let me know that he got Master Splinter. And it was funny as hell the way he said it, but it was cool. So, and I'm gonna do a third video just because I have to get this off me. So I'm gonna close this right now. If the computer allows it, I'm gonna do a third video, and because I've gone over the 15 minutes that I want to go over. So 15:30 and 1.